Hey guys, this is Ty from Tennessee. Man, oh man, if I knew then what I know now, how things would be different. And that's what I want to talk about today, so stick around.
Hey guys, this is Ty. Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate that. It feels good to be out and about on this motorcycle today. So as I mentioned in the intro there, if you had the opportunity to talk to your younger self, and I'm talking about, you know, maybe 18 years old, 20 years old or something like that. If you had the opportunity to go back in time or maybe just sit down and have a conversation with your younger self, what are some of those things that you would say and questions that you would ask and advice that you would give? We are going to be able to talk about that this afternoon. So yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I'll tell you this, if I had the opportunity to sit down with my younger self, you better believe I would do it. I would sit myself down and I would say, okay self, you just listen up there, Skippy, because I'm going to teach you a thing or two. And one of the very first things that I would say to my younger self would be, look, this old girl that you're chasing right now, you just need to absolutely forget about it and move on. I mean, let's face it, at 18, 20 years old, what did any of us really know about relationships, long-lasting relationships at that? I mean, I know me, man, I didn't know nothing. But I thought I did, right? I mean, if you would have asked me, I would have told you I got it all figured out. But I would have said, man, you need to skip that, and you need to skip it right away. And then going off on that, probably the second thing that I would say to myself, now my wife is 7 years younger than I am, so I have to put a little caveat here. There is a young lady out there by the name of Winnie, and I'm telling you, man, you need to find that girl pronto, and the second she turns 18, you need to marry her. You need to do that immediately. That needs to be priority number one. And I wish that I would have done that. I mean, I'm grateful for my children and all, and you know, Winnie's grateful for her son. We've got a great blended family, but oh man, if I could do it all over again and do it all over with Winnie, that would be exceptional. Another thing I would say is have fun. Don't be so serious about everything. Lighten up a little bit. Enjoy your youth while you can, right? Because there is no two ways about it. It is gone just like that. And then you're 48 wondering, you know, where all this time went. So enjoy your youth. And there's a little story behind that. So Winnie and I recently, we went and spent the weekend in Nashville. And I don't know if you've been to downtown Nashville, especially on a weekend, but man, it is a party town. It is live, it is happening, and it is a lot of fun. So we were walking past all these bars and these honky tonks playing this live music, and it just sounded fantastic. And there's all these young kids packed in these bars, dancing, having a good time, living it up, having the time of their life, right? And I remember looking in there, looking at those kids, and I just told Winnie, I was like, God bless those kids, man. God bless them. I hope they enjoy their youth and they have a blast tonight. So I wish I would have done a little more of that, a little more fun and a little less seriousness. And you know, when I was in my early 20s and my kids were younger and growing up and that type of thing, I did spend a lot of time with them. There's no doubt about that. But even with the amount of time that I spent with them, I wish I would have spent more time with them. And so that would be another thing that I would sit down with my younger self and I would say, look, man, just spend all the time in the world with your children. I wish I would have enjoyed my children more. And we did. We had great times. We spent a lot of time together. I don't want to paint the picture that we didn't, because we did, but even that amount of time, you know, I would have just said, spend more time with your children and enjoy them. And then what about money? I don't know about you guys, but when I was in my early 20s, if I had the money in my pocket that I just blew on food and alcohol alone, oh my goodness gracious. You know, I mean, it was fun doing it, but golly bum, some of the money that was spent, you know, maybe hang on to that. Set a little bit aside for a rainy day, you know, that type of thing. Put some in a savings account, make us some small investments, you know, that type of thing. Just, you know, old geezer advice that we would give to somebody who's younger. And then lastly, I would have to say this: make sure that you realize that time is absolutely precious. It is the most precious thing that we have as people, right? Because no matter how much money you have, or how great your personality is, or how many subscribers you have on YouTube, we all only have a certain amount of time. And I would say enjoy it. Enjoy it by doing all of those things that we just mentioned. So yeah, man, absolutely. I would like to know in the comments below, if you guys could turn back the hands of time there, sit down, talk to your younger self, what would be some of those things that you would mention? Let me know in the comments below. That would be interesting to read. So I appreciate you guys joining me on this ride today. I appreciate, as always, I appreciate your time very, very much. I hope you guys have an excellent day, and we'll talk to you again soon.